Hi everybody! It's done. My mama cave has been completed. I have spent so much time cleaning and my hands still smell of Javex. Because you know when you're cleaning all the bottom of the... Anyway. How is everybody? I couldn't believe it today when I saw AG Barr came out and said that, no, there's nothing to look at with this Obama gate and everything, because it was like, hold on, one, yesterday we said in the last video that Trump would have some legality showing up, and here's Barr, and Barr's gone against Trump. So I thought, a little bit interesting, we're going to have to look at that. I got a couple of, comments and emails, so I'm going to answer some of the questions that you guys have asked, and I'm going to show you this. I have this big thing, and it's literally 5 candles lit on it. One that I can still show you. The reason why I have 5 is, one, in my last video, I did not show my candle. I had one lit in the garage, but I think I was just so like out of my normal element in the garage that I forgot it. So 1 candle is for my forgotten candle. 2 is our candle for each and every one of us for tonight. 3 is my candle for all the loss, whether that be loss of life and the ripple effect that that has on all the families and friends and communities, whether that's loss of income, loss of house, loss of whatever it is that anybody's feeling a loss for. That candle's lit for you. The 4th candle, I don't know if you guys heard about it in other countries outside of Canada, but we had this thing called Operation Inspiration, in which the Canadian forces, the snowbirds, would come across, and they were flying and doing all these fun maneuvers, and just it's supposed to be a way of saying, hey guys, we're getting through this together, look up to the sky. And they were in Kamloops, BC, and unfortunately they had an accident. One, that was Captain Jennifer Casey. She lost her life from Halifax. Another person is injured in hospital. And it was just such a sadness. So 1 candle's for them. And I thought I'd leave 1 candle that's right here. And that'll be our wish candle. So whatever it is that you guys are looking to wish on, there's your wish candle. So that's my 5 candles. So first, I'm going to start off. I got a question from Preston, and he wanted to know, was the guy Charles LeFleur, I think his last name is, from Harvard, was he connected, or is he connected to the most recent FBI pickup of the 2 university professors who were taking money from the Thousand Talents Agency from the Communist Party? And so basically they were taking grants from the government and then not disclosing grants they were getting from the Communist Party. So let's just look and see, are these 2 situations? Are these 2 situations connected? 100% they're connected, and they're all coming from the one source. This is definitely a China connection. 100% these cases are similar in nature, and I guarantee you there's going to be multiple more cases coming out, for sure. So let's look. I have a second question. Was, how is COVID going to affect the states that are opening? So let's see, and how is COVID going to affect the states that are opening? So They are feeling the need, the want to defend. They are feeling the need to want to get out. They represent Trump base. These are people, a lot of the red states are really pushy about this, and they are willing to stand up and go against and get out. The universe is saying, slow down, gain your strength, be cautious, take your time. The end result is that there's going to be multiple choices of things to do, and only one of them is right. If you don't make the right choice, you are going to pay the piper for it. This is going to be for those who take it seriously, take it cautiously, for those who look at the situation and do their best. They're going to get through this. For those who just think, this is all a farce, let's just get out there, there's going to be, there's going to be a really bad result from making the wrong choice. So that does not sound good. So look, I don't care if you're red, blue, green, purple. Take this seriously. This is not a joke. There's people dying. There's people that are sick. I have a sister who works at the hospital, and she's not calling me up saying, "Oh, Nana, this is all a hoax." She calls me up rarely now because she's so tired. And, my heart goes out to her. So do what you can. Take your vitamin D. Take your vitamin C. Take your multivitamin. Be smart. All right, guys. So the next question is from Pat. And Pat asks, will Trump's association with Putin come out before the election? And will there be talk of treason? I was about to say treason. God, I'm such a newfie. Yes, well, I got the treason in me. Okay. Will Trump's association with Putin, will it come out before the election? And will treason. My God, I'm so sorry. I feel like starting the video all over again because I'm just like, oh. Anyhow, so with treason. Okay. Trump's association with Putin come before the election, and will treason be mentioned? Because you got to think, no matter what, even if it comes out that, and it won't, because Trump and his family, they were so desperate to want to get any information, anything that could get them ahead in the election, they would have been willing to take it from China, Saudi, Canada. They would have been willing to take that info from Canada if we said, hey, we got information for you. But the reality is that Putin is a CIA, KGB. I mean, he's a spy. He knows what to do. And I think that Trump's association goes far back than the election. I'd say when his taxes come out, it's going to be a lot of money coming out of Russia. Even his son, when, I can't remember, it was like back in 2015, 16, something like that, and he was on a golf course, and I think it was Eric, and he said, oh yeah, we do really well by Russia. The money's flowing in from Russia. So I think that's probably what's going to be shown on his taxes. It's not necessarily that it's going to show that he was investing in Putin. It wasn't. It was Putin and the oligarchs were investing in Trump. That's going to come out. So let's have a look. Okay. We have Trump. This is the Gemini card, so this is actually Trump. Trump's biggest desire was to make money, to get resources, to win. He didn't care where it came from. This is people looking at and trying to figure out, where did this all come from? Where did this all start? Because there's so much, And there's so much confusion. On top of it, you've got a government that's being run like no other government has ever been before. And we have COVID. There's just so much on everybody's plate, but people are looking into it. And I'm telling you, there is going to be information coming out. The trade-off, the compromise that Trump has tried to make to keep himself going when all the banks in the States were saying, no, you're too much of a risk, and yet he was able to keep his businesses going. That came from Putin money, and that is going to come out. So yes, it's definitely going to come out that he's got involvement through his money laundering and his finances with Putin. That's going to come out to be seen. Let's see. Are we looking at Are we looking at treason? Are we looking at treason? Are we looking at treason? Will they come out and say treason? I think that there's going to be a lot of information coming out. They're not going to know which way to go with it. I think that there's a lot of information that's going to come out to say, hey, Trump was supported financially for a long time with Russia. If you go back and do a lot of research on Trump, you see that he's been accused of being involved with the mafia in New York and working against the mafia and having all kinds of ties. It's almost like it matters not who he'll get in bed with anybody as long as he can get his own way. So I think that right now, it depends. Treason will be something that will be decided based on what comes out. Because I think it's going to be shown that he was getting a lot of financial help. But it still doesn't show that he was, blatantly having communications yet about doing things for Russia. Because, let's face it, he's been doing a lot of things that has been in the benefit and the help of Russia. But Russia's not going to return the favor. They're using Trump. And that's why I want to look into Bill Barr, because, we literally said there's going to be something legal coming out, and here comes out Bill Barr. And I want to know, why would Bill Barr, seeing that he's so for Trump, why would he come out and quash the whole thing about Obama and Biden when they're going into election? He's been doing everything, crooked in order to be able to, peacify and get along with Trump. So why all of a sudden, at this juncture, did he not go along with Trump and this judgment? Somebody has said, hey, put their hand down and said, nope. Holy moly. Wheel of Fortune. Guys. Judgment, Wheel of Fortune. We're looking, he has commitments elsewhere. This is somebody who has commitments outside of the U.S. If it works along with Trump, I guess that's probably, dealing with Russia. Look, I'm telling you, I've said it in 1,000, well, I haven't done 1,000 videos, so I've said it in a lot of videos that Trump is the top, the top of the snake. He's not the one. You got to look at Barr and Lindsey Graham and all these career people. They're the ones that are the real bad players here. Trump has always been Trump. It's all about him. Why? Why would Barr go against Trump? He has commitments elsewhere. He literally has commitments outside of Trump. He was told by an outside entity that, nope, close this down. But why? Is Bill Barr Is Bill Barr a traitor to the U.S.? Has he been walking on the negative side of money and power for so long that he went over the line? And he's actually working ever so slightly over the line against America. Bill Barr, are you an enemy to the United States? That's a lot of confusion. That's a lot of manipulation. He has a very big part to play, and this is part of trying to cause confusion. I think that he has gotten himself in a situation where he has to do things outside of the law to maintain everything up to this point. I think he has, worked against what is the best for the United States. Yes, I do think he has. I really and truly do think he has. But why? What is his big... It has to be something more than money that would cause him to go against his own country. What is his reasoning? Justice. Does he really think that he thinks he is doing what's best for the United States? I think that he has been such a career politician and has worked with and behind the scenes with Bush and a lot of, situations that are pretty dicey. But I think he does it because he thinks he's doing what's best for the United States. I think Bill Barr has a bigger role to play in this than we even realized. Wow. Thank you, Preston and Pat, for the questions. That was really interesting. And although I can't get the video because there's no button to press to make the video turn around so I could show you my room, so I'm just going to lift it up and just give you a little 360 of my mama cave. I'm so proud of it. But before I do that, I just want to say thank you to everybody for watching, for liking and subscribing. And as always, our candle lit, wishing you light for your darkness. Have a great evening. Okay, I'm going to twist you around. I'm sorry. Let's see if I can actually do this. Okay. So, I have my wall of Barbra Streisand, of course. And I have my Joni Mitchell. I have my stereo set, but look at that. I love that poster. If I'm showing it to you, I'm not. I got my little Newfoundland section. All my tarot stuff. And if you read that, it says, always remember to forget the troubles that passed away, but never forget to remember the blessings that come each day. This all lights up. I should have lit it up. And here's my little sewing corner. That's a picture by my son. And that's my little sewing machine. So that's it. Thanks, guys. Enjoy your night.